I spent my 21st birthday sober, and let me tell you why. So my 21st birthday, my husband was 3 years into being in the Marine Corps, and now he's out. Praise God. And I found myself moving to a new place. It was still in the same state, but it was 600 miles from home. Needing to find friends, wanting to find something that felt like home, wanting to have people that I felt like had relationships as I did when I was at my hometown. And I just find myself wanting to people please so much that I wanted to be so cool too. I remember thinking, I will be the cool wife if I bring the alcohol. I'll be the cool wife if I'm taking shots to everyone. I'll be the cool wife if I'm like, no, it's no problem that you just destroyed my hope chest that my great grandma got me. I wanted to just forget so much about who I was in order to make friends with people who didn't care. They literally didn't care. I have 3 friends from that time of my life. So what I was doing is I was just getting so, Simba is my dog and he's whining. At that time of my life, I was just getting so drunk that I would become a person that I thought that people liked more than they liked me as a human being sitting in front of you today in front of a camera recording myself. So I thought that if I was this person that they liked more, then maybe they would become my friend. Maybe they would care about me. Maybe they would want to hang out more and do things sober. And my whole life, I didn't really drink until pretty much this time in my life. So I had some drinks when I was 18, illegal, I know, but at that time it was whatever. But that was late compared to a lot of people I went to high school with. So I never thought it was something to be concerned about. I had an older boyfriend that didn't drink, and it was just normalized in my life up until that point to just not drink, until I was at this point where I was just at my all-time low. And so I decided to be sober on my 21st birthday, starting on my 21st birthday. And then I started drinking loosely again, but not as I'm sober. When someone told me, you shouldn't say you're sober unless you have a real problem with it. And I don't think that they knew the depth of the issue that I was having, because I would become a person that I thought people liked more again. And it only came out when I was blackout drunk. And it only came out when I would have a cigarette with someone because I was so drunk and I thought that that was something that I liked, because it was something that was cool in the group that I was in at the time, which I would not talk to anybody else that is in that group anymore. And so all these things to be said, I am now a year and a half sober. I don't have an exact date. I want to say it's when I started 75 Hard before I was pregnant with her, and I was 14 days into 75 Hard when I found out I was pregnant. I continued until day 56 when we had surprised my family. We drove 8 hours to go see everybody and go camping, and I hit 75 Hard on that day. And all that to say, I have been sober ever since I started 75 Hard a year and a half ago. And so I'm very proud of myself and the lifestyle changes I've made. I think the hardest part of being sober is finding stuff to do with other people. By myself, obviously, it's pretty easy to be sober. I personally haven't struggled with the issue of drinking alone, but when I'm with people, I find it as something that is bonding and something that is easy to create a friendship over, easy to create memories with. And so something that's been hard in sobriety is finding things to make memories doing with new people, especially having kids. Because a lot of mom culture is winos and people just getting martinis together and whatever. And, espresso martinis are trending. And I just want to encourage you, if you're sober curious in this new year, I would just encourage you to make the decision either way and to maybe just try it for a little bit and see how it goes. You never know. I only planned on being sober for 75 days, and here I am more than 365 days later, loving life and learning that there are more ways to make memories other than drinking as an adult. There are more things that we can do, and I'm trying to challenge myself more on inviting people to do these things, such as going on hikes and working out together and going on walks, taking our kids to the park. Some of these things are easy and some of these things are socially normalized, but some of them aren't. And so as I'm embarking on this journey, if you'd like to join in with me, I'm going to try to recount the days that I'm sober. So I'd love to just start with you and to be on this sober ride to finding joy and living life fully lived.